Abhinav, good morning. How are you?
I am good, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good too. Thanks for applying to this position.
Thank you, ma'am. I am really excited for this interview.
Good. So, Abhinav, are you a fresher?
Yes, ma'am, this is also my first job interview.
Okay. Can you talk to me about what your strengths and weaknesses are?
Yes, ma'am, sure. I am very strong. I can lift 10 kgs at once.
No, Abhinav. I mean, can you explain about your strengths in life?
Yes, ma'am. I go to the gym every day. That is why I have good strength in my body.
Okay, Abhinav. Thank you. I'll email you the next steps. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, ma'am.
What did you think of this video, students? Do you think that B understood the question correctly? And did he give the right answer? Big no. B did not understand the question correctly and he gave the wrong answer, because of which the interviewer was left unhappy and disappointed. What do you think went wrong? Today, I am going to tell you exactly what went wrong. So welcome to today's Future Perfect class, students. We must understand today's topic completely because I have seen many students feel confused when this question is asked. So today's topic is thinking about our strengths and weaknesses. Now first let us pronounce strengths. Let's do that once again. Now let's pronounce weaknesses. Let's do that once again. Weakness is. Now, strengths and weaknesses have two meanings, students. The first meaning is your physical strength and weakness, which means how fit your body is and how strong you are. The second meaning is your skills and values. Now, by skills and values, I mean those things which help make you a better person, which help you make better decisions in life, and which help you perform tasks better. Right? So, for example, if I am good at communication skills, then that can be my strength because I am confident that it will help me perform better. If I have trouble managing time, then that will be my weakness, which means I need to work on time and stick to deadlines. Simple, right? Now this topic will become simpler to understand once you see this example.
Hi, Sana. Tell me.
Hi, Abhinav. What happened? Why do you sound so dull?
I think my interview went really bad. I don't think I got the job.
Oh no, what happened?
So I was asked only two questions. First was where did I work before this? And second was what were my strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, and what did you say?
I said I go to the gym every day and my body is super strong.
Oh no, Abhinav, why would you say that?
Why, was I wrong? I really go to the gym every day.
When in an interview, people ask about your strengths,
Yeah.
you have to talk about skills.
Skills.
Yes, soft skills.
Can you please tell me a little more?
Yes, soft skills are basically how you work, think, and are as a person.
Okay.
Like, I know one thing about you, that you're always on time, you always finish work on time, right?
Yes, I do. I do all the things on time.
Yeah, so that can be your strength because you will use this to work better and your manager will like your work.
Oh, you mean like that?
Yes.
Can you give me some more examples?
Sure, you can say you're good at planning, you're good at managing time, very passionate about what you do, which means you love what you work. And you always complete your work on time and you can work on a strict deadline.
Yeah, these are good examples and I have all of these skills. But what about the weaknesses?
This is tricky. You should explain it very carefully. Maybe you can say I'm learning how to handle tech related things because I don't use a smartphone and I find it difficult to use some apps. Here you see you're also giving a reason, right?
This is really helpful, Sana. I will follow this in the next interview.
Yes, you should. All the best.
Thanks, Sana.
Yeah, bye.
Hey students, was that example helpful? I hope you have a better understanding now of what is meant by strengths and weaknesses. I will give you more details and examples, don't worry. But first, let us understand why we need to learn this topic and when will we learn this topic. Students, it is important for you to think about your strengths and weaknesses because it helps you understand yourself better. Once you know what skills you have and what are those skills and values which you need to work on to develop, then it will be super easy for you to work on those skills and work better. It helps give you clarity, it helps you focus on important things, and it also gives you confidence. Now students, it is also important to understand that it is completely okay if you do not have certain skills. You will always have the time to learn. Each one of you should put in the hard work and effort to learn new skills, and this happens only when you know what they are. Now, when will you learn this? You will learn and use this in an interview when an employer wants to know about you, how you work, and what kind of skills do you have. You will also use this in your personal life when you want to reflect on yourself and understand your personality. Another important thing to keep note of is why is the interviewer asking you this? Firstly, they want to check if you know what are your own skills, to check whether you're focused in your life. And secondly, they want to see if you know what are the areas you need to work on, because that gives them the confidence that you have a growth mindset. So students, whenever you're asked about your strengths and weaknesses, think about your life and think about the things which you have succeeded at and the things which you are struggling with. By doing this, you will be able to relate what are the skills you have and what are the skills which you need to work on. For example, in my first job, I did not know a lot of things, but I learned very quickly, which means my strength is that I am a quick learner and I can learn new things very easily. But the thing I struggled with was that I used to doubt my talent a lot. So in the beginning, I had very low self-confidence. So for this, I started appreciating myself after every task, which made me realize that I can do this and made me feel proud of myself. So here students, I am talking about my weakness, but I am also telling them how I am working on it and trying to improve myself. Now, let me read out to you another example of someone talking about their strengths and weaknesses. Hi ma'am, my biggest strength would be I love working with people and I feel it motivates me to do better. I have always been a team leader in my school and college, and it gives me an opportunity to be around people from whom I can learn many new things. One thing I am working at is organizing my work. I usually write down my tasks in a diary, but sometimes there's a lot of work, so I've decided using Excel to note down my tasks and write deadlines. It is time for an activity now, students. For today's activity, I'm going to tell you some statements and sentences, and you have to tell me whether they are true or false. Alright, let's begin. The first one is, lifting heavy bags is my biggest strength. You should never say this in an interview. True or false? The second one is, My area of development is improving my writing skills, for which I have taken a course on effective email writing. This is a good example of talking about your weaknesses. True or false? The third one is, my areas of strength are that I work well in a team and I complete all my tasks on time. This is a bad example of talking about your strength. True or false? Awesome students. I hope you got all those answers right. Now let us see some tips and tricks which will help you give the best answers in an interview. Now when you're in an interview, the interviewer will not always ask you the same question which was asked to Abhinav. They will ask you different types of questions which mean the same thing. So let us have a look at different questions, all of which mean that you have to talk about your strengths and weaknesses, right? So the first one is, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Talk to me about your strengths and weaknesses. What are your areas of development, which means your weaknesses? What are the skills you want to focus on? And what are the skills you are confident or proud of? So now let us summarize what we learned today. I am going to think, reflect, and then tell you. So today I learned what is meant by strengths and weaknesses. I learned what an interviewer wants to know when they ask you about your strengths and weaknesses. I learned where can I use this topic, that is both in my professional and personal life. And I also learned what are the different kinds of answers one should give about this topic. Remember to note down the skills and values which you think will help make you better and which you think you are good at. Have a great day, students. I hope you enjoyed today's class.